Good morning, Seba Prep School, and welcome to another Friday video message. I'm coming at you today again from the Bluebell Wood behind our house, the AstroTurf, and on the cross-country run that you know, because it's just so beautiful. And this is my one chance to get out today, so I'm making the most of it. And today's video and today's assembly is all about the quality of kindness and saying thank you. And I think the two are joined up. And about the importance of showing your appreciation of others. And I have to say, as always, Seba Prep School has really stepped up to the plate on this occasion, and your kindness that you've shown to each other in supporting each other through your online learning, your collaboration, the kindness that I've heard all about you showing your family, and the ability to say thank you to them as well. And again, another little philosophical thought from Charlie Mackesy that reminds us that of all of the ways of the wolf, of all of our core values, kindness really is the most important. And from this core value of kindness, from this core value of appreciation, that's where our behaviors stem from. So values breed behaviors. And you've shown this time and again over the last few weeks. And you've shown it again on Thursday night. You know, many of you will have parents who are key workers or work for the NHS, indeed, and it's become one of the many positive things to come out of this terrible pandemic is the regular Thursday night show of appreciation and clap for the NHS is a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing to see, and it was a wonderful thing to be a part of on a week-by-week basis. And I'm really, really grateful and thank you to everybody who not only took part, but took the trouble just to film themselves taking part. And I thought you'd really like the chance to see each other in action from last Thursday night. And I'm also very grateful to Miss Micklethwaite, who is going to accompany this little clip section with her version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which has been taken up as the unofficial anthem for the NHS workers and the rainbow theme. So enjoy, and thank you. That was so great to see so many of you in your own homes, surrounded by your family, obviously looking fit and well and healthy. That was great to see. Quite emotional for me actually as the clips came in through the course of this week. I hope it was similarly heartwarming for you to be able to see it at home as well. Two more thanks for me. One is to say a massive thank you to the children in years 5 to 8 who sent in such lovely, heartfelt and warm letters of appreciation, cards of thanks to their staff who've been working so hard. And that's my second thank you, is to the staff. Again, it's a nice platform, a forum to do that, and just to say how much I appreciate their efforts on behalf of all of you as well. It's hard work, remote teaching. I know the learning also is different, but wow, the staff are really, really going the extra mile, and so thank you, staff. Right, I'm going to hand over now to Mr. Gorst, who this week is joined by his father, Tom.
Thank you, Mr. Newman, and hello again. A few weeks ago, probably about 6 weeks ago, my dad started being unwell, and a week later, 5 weeks ago today actually, he was really struggling to breathe. So my mum rang the hospital, and an ambulance came and took my dad to Lancaster Infirmary. This is what Dad has to say about the NHS.
Good morning. I have recently spent 3 weeks in hospital suffering from coronavirus. 3 weeks was a long time without being able to see my family. But all the staff were pleasant, caring and very encouraging, which when I was very ill helped to keep me going. So I want to say a great big thank you to all NHS staff at Lancaster Infirmary and all over the country for what they are doing in such difficult circumstances. They saved my life. Thank you, NHS.
Thank you, Dad. There's not really a lot to add to that, but I have to say that when Dad left the hospital after 3 weeks, the doctors and nurses put a guard of honour up for him and clapped and cheered him as he left the hospital, going the extra mile again for their patients. So let's pray for the NHS now. Father, like never before, we thank you for the NHS. We thank you for those enlightened politicians who first set it up after the war. We thank you that it's the part of Britain we're most proud of. Above all, we thank you for what the NHS is doing now, which means we thank you for the junior doctors and experienced consultants so skilled, for compassionate nurses, scared but dedicated, the heart of the ward, for ambulance crews, for porters who get equipment to the right place at the right time, and cleaners who clean over and over it again, for lab assistants and scientists working away behind the scenes, continually testing, for those who do 100 other jobs and we never know their names. Lord, thank you for all these people. Bless them. Hold in your strong love all those heroes of the day. The young doctor setting off early each morning, the retired nurse who's gone back to the hospital. Lord, this is our NHS, your NHS. May we never take it for granted. May we always be thankful. Today, may the NHS be held in the palm of your hand. For Jesus' sake and for ours. Amen. God bless you all.
Thank you to Dick and to Tom Gorst. Right, well, that's about it from me. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you've got a good weekend ahead of you. Maybe a few more quarantine haircuts on the cards for some of you. Actually, I had mine done this week. It was starting to get a little bit long on top, getting in my eyes, as sometimes happens actually for me. And actually it's a chance for me to say thank you to Mrs. Newman, who was kind enough to wield the clippers for me. So thank you, Mrs. Newman. She said she was happy to do it to pay me back for my effort with the cakes, was her way of putting it. Actually, I thought that was quite nice. It showed that she understood that that was more about the thought, if not necessarily the execution. So she's done a lovely job. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but you know, I'm sure you'd agree it's looking pretty neat. So thank you, Mrs. Newman. And yeah, with that, I will sign off for another week, and I will see you next Friday, if not before. Okay, bye now.